Okay, another man in the van. Before we started rolling with Conrad Mewse, we're just talking about hats. Let's give them. I mean, did you buy that hat?
Yes.
Oh, so it's not even like a shameless plug. But
No,
they're good.
I did buy a very good melon.
And they're that
Very
new
good
brand in America, something to do with Seven and.
Yeah, I think that Malcolm Stewart's just done like some sort of partnership with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an American hat, and it just holds its shape, really good quality. It's supposed to be big for training because they're completely sweat-proof.
Right.
Don't get no marks or anything, so yeah.
Well, I don't train, but I do, you know. I do on a hot day. So, you know, you did your pitch there to get sponsorship.
Yeah.
You said how good they are.
Melon,
and he bought it.
And I bought it with my own hard-earned money.
And very quickly, before we get into this, last week, I've got to bring it up. Yeah. You lost your expensive nose clip.
Yeah.
You were pretty pissed off about that.
I was, yeah.
£100.
£100, yeah. They kill you on the shipping.
But they do work. They make it
unbelievable, amazing. Yeah, I mean, I've tried so many different ones, and like I've tried the normal strips that stick to your nose, but they all come off. And this one's really good, but just unfortunately, I just lost it that weekend. He
was gutted. Did DT buy? Because I tried to convince Thorpe to buy you a new one.
He hasn't. No, right. He hasn't. Not yet. Anyway, unless he's going to surprise me with that.
I'm gonna keep the pressure on. I think he should as a win bonus.
Yeah. Be nice.
Right, before we get into this, big shout out to Stafford Van Sales for supplying this here van that Conrad has sat in with me. And if you're buying or selling a van, particularly even selling it, give Will a call. He'll buy it off you, particularly if you've got a business and a fleet of vehicles like Conrad has, because he's got multiple cars. That's not true. Right, this is a new thing, as we said. If you've watched the first couple, not doing it like we've done Man in the Van before. It's a set of questions for every guest. A little bit of, working out the psyche of you, which a lot of people are intrigued by.
So it's different questions for different people?
No, same questions.
The same for everyone. Okay.
Right, so
that's cool.
Just to try and find out a little bit about your personality. Yeah. Okay, so let's get this underway, because I know you're a busy man, and you want to have a nice rest before going out and hopefully smoking hurling tonight.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Right. What's your earliest memory? Anything that you can think of? It can be race related or not necessarily so. Like, what was thinking back? Because it's a tough one. That I'll give you a little insight just to give you what it's about. I can remember mine. Mine was cycling up the road on a tricycle when we were moving house, age 3, with my tractor trailer.
Yeah.
Okay. So was there anything? It can be motocross related, and if you can't think, don't stress.
It's a hard one. I mean, I can definitely. I think I can. I mean, the first one of the first times we rode a PW50, 3 years old. I used to go around this little field, only small field near where I live, with my dad on the back, and we just every day when he'd come home from work, I wanted to go out on it. I was dying to go out on it. I wanted to go out on the bike. I'd go out in the garage. I'd sit on it. It's just so much fun. And then we went up to the field one day, just same as every other day really. He hopped on the back, rode round, and all of a sudden I remember going around this corner, and as I come around the corner, I looked up, and my dad was stood at the other end of the field. He'd hopped off the back. Oh,
so you didn't even know.
And I had no idea, and that was it. Yeah, I was riding. It got to the point where I was riding myself, and he was sat on the back just holding the bars. And
you didn't even feel him get off?
No, just hopped off the back. I was obviously so young, didn't really know what happened, didn't expect much. He just hopped off the back, and I come around the corner and just seen him stood there, and I didn't really think about much really, and that was it. Yeah, that was the start of the career.
And here we are, all these years later.
Yeah.
I feel old. I said to you the other day, I can remember calling you like when you on the 65s. No, it's just bizarre. Anyway, getting old is part of life. Okay, question 2. What sort of child were you? Were you a nightmare, or were you quiet, shy, reserved? Or none of the above?
It's difficult. It depends who you ask, I think.
Really. How would you class?
Yeah,
what kind of child do you think
I was an angel. I was a great child. But no, I think that I was
Nanny's boy.
Yeah, I was one of those that constantly, I think, had to be outside.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be outside doing stuff in the mud, whether it was been jumping off of bouncy castle slides, doing all stuff like that. I had to be kind of outside on the BMX, and
that's quite a common trait with motocross.
I think so. I think I was a very kind of outside child. Like I was always out doing things, and
See, but in a motocross world, you probably didn't look at a place, but in to start.
No,
what I mean,
that's very
society.
true. Yeah, with the schoolmates, obviously it
Yeah.
was a little bit different.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting into it now. So when was the last time that you cried? You don't have to say over what, but it would help if you did.
Yeah, that's right. Last time I cried.
Remember, real men cry.
Yeah.
Saying that to every person that gets in this, man.
Last time I cried was. It's a tough on that.
It is. Could be a film.
No,
or
I
a movie.
reckon it was when I when we say sport, obviously I've had unfortunately I've had family which has passed away, which is upsetting. I've had a close dog of mine recently.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not going to upset you and go there.
Yeah.
Martin Barr said exactly the same thing, and we can all relate to that. Pets are amazing, but they also break your heart.
Yeah, that to me, if we're not saying sport related, if we're going off purely the last time, I had a growing up and early all my life, I had a British Bulldog.
Yeah.
And
it does. It's hard.
yeah, it's a tough one. It was a tough one.
It's
And
bad.
That actually happened the day before the Motocross of Nations.
Oh.
Which kind of knocked me for six a little bit.
Sure that did.
It was a difficult one.
As if you had enough going on at that point as well. Okay, flipping that around. When was the last time you felt like euphorically happy, like you really buzzed on something?
When I wrapped up the British title last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really happy with that. That was something that, obviously, first year in the 450 class.
It's nice when that's.
Yeah, it is. Change manufacture.
Yeah.
Team put in a lot of effort. I put in a lot of work that year. And it was just nice. It just all came together. MX Nationals and the British.
It's good, but like when you have those little moments where you just, I don't know, like brushing your teeth, or you just have a little sly look at yourself and you think, yeah, I've done all right there.
Yeah.
Done all right.
That's it.
I like that. Okay, that kind of leads on to the next one. Up to date, what's been your biggest achievement in life, do you think?
Biggest achievement in life for me, I think it's a bit of a different one. Like I wouldn't really kind of say results for me. I'd say just having the people that I've got around me. I've got such a good circle around me. I've got really nice. My family's amazing. My girlfriend's amazing. My team's amazing.
Your dog's amazing.
Yeah, my dog's amazing.
What's the dog's name? Because
Wilson.
Little
Little
miniature. We're a dash hound, converted dash hound lovers now, aren't we? Yeah, that's a good one. And I always think just to make the grade as a professional is always a big achievement in any sport.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Well done for that. Okay, now we're getting into a bit of finding out a bit more about your character. So, what do you think is your best characteristic? What do you think would be? People go, I like that about Conrad. You know, is it like whatever kindness, honesty, determination, any of the above?
I would like to say that I think I'm quite a down to earth kind of guy. Like, yeah, I'm very kind of keep my feet on the ground. Never ever big headed. Like I'm always kind of take it as it comes, and like just kind of silently hard working, and I would like to think that a lot of people would see that. Never really cocky, never arrogant, just kind of and I think that that's probably one of my most best traits.
I would say that, and you've always been like that actually from your 65 days. Okay, so that's your best characteristic. What would be your worst? You haven't got a temper on you. You're not an axe murderer or anything,
I hate
are you?
losing.
Yeah,
I'm terrible at losing. Whether it's a motocross race, whether it's a game of Monopoly, the board of Monopoly will go up in the air if I lose.
See, that's where those two questions can combine, because also that can be a good characteristic, because that's what drives you to be a winner.
Yes, very true.
You know, but you're one of them, are you?
Yeah, I'm not
like
very
Monopoly. Yeah, because Christmas times then, like family games.
I struggle to play games.
Yeah, you're not a team player like that.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
But motocross, especially if I lose something that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, then that that really does me in.
I'll make a mental note of that,
Yeah.
not to speak to you and get you in the van at any point after that. Or talk to
I'm
you.
not in a good mood after that.
Okay. What's your most treasured possession? Anything at home that means a lot to you? Well, not necessarily at home. It could be a person. Whatever. Something that you just think, can't live without that.
I've got my little cross necklace.
Don't lose that. You lost.
No, I actually never, other than when I race, I never take it off, and it's got my.
Oh, you do take it off when you race?
When I race, I take it off. Yeah,
good.
because in the cross, it's got my dog's ashes.
Yeah. Oh.
So
right.
That's something that I will obviously I never take off, but when I race, I take it off. Yeah.
Never forget to take that off. Okay. Is there a particular word that you like using more than any other, like a favourite word?
Favourite word.
I'm heavily into the word girt at the moment because I'm now sort of living in and around the Western area. So the whole Bristolian kind of.
Yeah, I kind of say proper.
Proper is a
word that I use quite a lot. Yeah.
Okay. What's your biggest fear? Like your greatest fear? That could be obviously that could be anything from a phobia to a situation.
So. Yeah, it's a difficult one. That is something completely.
Oh yeah, this is not your regular.
No, it isn't.
I told you that.
And I would like to say, I'm not feared of anything, but that's false. I think that my biggest fear, I've had one fear since I've been a kid, and it is just stuck. I'm not a big lover of the sea.
Right.
I do not like the sea. Unless you're in somewhere like the Maldives where it's clear, crystal clear, and you can see what's going on.
Oh, so you don't like because the unknown?
Yeah, I don't like the unknown. Not a big fan of that.
Okay.
Strange one.
Have you watched Jaws? The film? Have you watched the film Jaws?
No.
Would you ever watch that?
It wouldn't appeal to me very much. No. I don't think that would help my fear. That one. I don't think that would help.
Okay, so you're having the people around. You're having a dinner party. Which 3 people would you like to have round? And it's like dead or alive, and it could be from any walk of life. It's not necessarily motocross, but it can be all motocross, right?
Yeah.
You're cool.
Do you know?
Have you had this question in front of you before?
Me and my girlfriend Meg, we talk about this all the time.
Do you?
This is something we sit at home,
right,
and we talk about all the time. Yeah.
Okay, so we are.
I've got my free diode.
We're actually sort of entering into the Mewse household.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we have this conversation a lot.
Okay,
so
go for it.
Mine would be Rod Stewart.
That's left field.
Yeah, he's one of my favourite singers ever. Rod Stewart. Yeah, so I'd have Rod Stewart, and then I would have Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Wow.
They're the 3 that I would have. Just because them 2 together just
they were good when they did all the PR for that.
Yeah.
I can't remember which film it was. They were very funny.
They're very good. And Rod Stewart, he's just the greatest, so I'd have to invite him.
Fair play. Honestly, I'd never imagined you saying that.
Yeah, that's
very left field. Okay, describe the best you can. You don't have to go into full details. What you say, like the best night of your life? So has there been a memorable night?
That's a hard one. That memorable night. Yeah, I'd probably say the night of the FIM Awards in Monaco when I won the Junior World Championship. Just being there, I was there with my dad and Justin Morris. I just remember it so clearly. We had the photo in the elevator going up to the awards, and like we were sat down, and to my left was like Marc Marquez, and then I think Caroli was there, and it was just incredible. And that was just something for me I will never forget.
I was there that day you won that world title, and I know Justin will take this lightheartedly. I think it will. I remember we were all trying to get him to straighten the bar and buy a round. He was a bit reluctant to do that particular day at the track. He's come on, your boy's just won the world championship. Get him in. Yeah. He did in there. Fair play to him. But honestly, good old boy. Obviously, I'll get Justin in here soon enough. We can talk about that. Okay. Other than home, and I know you love home. What country or city would you like to live in if you had to move out of the UK?
Italy. Yeah, I'm quite sure on that. I love Belgium and Holland too. But that's more so from a work perspective. It's great for what I do and things like that. But Italy, I just love the lifestyle. Every time there's an Italian GP on and I've been, I just love it there. I'm a big fan of Italian food. I like pasta and all of that.
You and me both, mate. It is amazing. I would go same for European countries. Italy and Sweden has always appealed to me. Italy in particular, mostly because of the food.
Yeah.
So I'm the same with you with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. A little bit. Let's say I call this a confession, if you will. Have you done it? Have you got? Is there any confession or anybody you'd like to say sorry to recently because you've done something that you shouldn't have done? I'll give you a little example. Previously, I've had Billy Askew in the van, and he fessed up to stealing his dad's chocolate out of the fridge. So, is there anything of late that you've kind of done that you think, oh, I was a bit naughty there, and I should really fess up to that? You don't have to. It's just getting it off your chest if you feel any guilt.
I mean, it's difficult on that because I quite often like to pinch my girlfriend's mint chocolate.
Just leaning a bit, only because I can't get the wide angle on it.
I quite often like to pinch my girlfriend's mint chocolate related. Yeah, I do. I'm a big lover of chocolates, but I try my hardest to obviously stay away from them.
But it's just you two in the house.
It's just us two, so she knows it's me. That's the trouble. So, like, when it comes to apologising, like, she already knows that it's me, so it's a bit of a difficult one.
I've got a little tip for you. Right, hope she might not watch this.
And the dog don't like chocolate either, so I can't blame it on him.
Can't you do that? No.
So that's.
I was going to say, just leave the wrap, tear all the wrapper.
Yeah, I know.
And put it on the floor.
Dogs can't eat chocolate, so I can't even blame it on the dog.
Okay. Question 15. Do you have have you got like a secret skill or a little party trick, something about Conrad Mewse that we don't know, like hidden talent?
Yeah, hidden talent.
Some people like another example can. I'm not sure you wouldn't because you're not a drinker. How some people can neck a pint.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Any little secret thing you can do?
No, I mean other than not like a secret talent like that. I'm not a bad footballer.
Right.
Quite a handy footballer. I liked football when I was a kid. Used to play a lot of football.
Don't play now?
Not so... No, I would love to. I would love to, but it's just a bit difficult. But yeah, other than that, it's only like sports that you're not too bad at and things like that. I don't really have any party tricks.
I'm just going to tell you, if you do ever have a kick around, don't have a kick around with Billy Mack.
Is he good?
No.
Oh, she breaks your legs.
He makes up. He tries to make up for his lack of football talent by how he sort of rides. So he goes in a bit hard. So just a warning. If you ever have a little knock around in the paddock or wherever, a ball comes out.
Games with him.
Just stand back and. Okay. What in life absolutely flicks your switch? Kind of turns you on. Anything that you really like. It can be riding, but anything other than riding. If you can't think of anything, riding.
What, when you say that, what's your motivation?
Yeah, well, just is there anything you really like doing? Go into the movies or just something that really you like doing?
I love, this is completely different to motocross, but I love going out to a restaurant for food. Really enjoy that. Preferably. Yeah, I just like to go. I don't get to do it very often. I'm hardly ever home and things like that. So I love to go out get some nice clothes on, do something different to motocross, switch off a little bit. Because 24/7, every single day of the week, I watch what I eat every single day. So in the off season,
you'll love it when your career's over.
Yeah.
Trust me. As you know, you and I got a lot in common here, Conrad, with the food in particular.
Yeah, that's it.
God, yeah. I'm similar with that. Fair play to you. Okay, so the polar opposite of that, what kind of really pisses you off and grinds your gears and,
when people are messy and leave stuff everywhere.
God, we have got a lot in common.
I got real bad OCD.
I hate littering. I hate it. I agree.
Yeah.
If I'm driving down the road and I see a little Herbert chuck some litter out of the road, I want to ram them off the road. There's just no need for it.
No, there isn't. No.
Okay, question 18. Is there a particular sound or noise that you like?
Yes, I like the sound of believe it or not, I actually this is a little bit of inside information. I actually
That's what we like.
I actually sleep with sleep music.
Do you?
Yeah, I like
the
waterfalls and like.
What about whale? Do you have all the whale noises?
Yeah, that's it. All of that, like the spa kind of music. Like,
This is brilliant stuff.
yeah, so I like put my phone. My girlfriend gets so aggy with me, so put my phone on the side with my nice spa music, go to sleep. She, believe it or not, can't sleep with it on.
Okay, so look, if anybody at a motocross meeting, if you think you're going to be funny hanging out outside of Conrad's camper van trying to wake, it'd be too far gone. It'd be listening to whale noises.
Yeah,
So don't even
I'm
try.
off. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, opposite of that, is there any particular sounds that you make you go ugh, cringe like?
Yeah, do you know, like, it's hard to explain, but when you got that like real squeaking, like when someone slides a chair and you got that like real piercing noise. Or
So
something
me and
like
Lewis
that.
Hall have had this thing because Lewis used to live with me when he was on Team Green, and when you get those certain type of plates and something,
That's it, yeah, with the knife and fork.
and it gives it all.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on about.
Yeah. Have you got any particular favourite smell? Could be anything,
Yeah, I do. Meg buys this like house scent spray that she like sprays on the sofas and that, like inside.
This is brilliant.
I think it's pine or something.
Yeah,
I think
pine.
it's made out of pine. I think she gets it from B&M.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't get it in Tesco. It's only B&M.
But only B&M. I was going to say other supermarkets are available. Obviously not.
No,
Do they
only
do it
B&M. Only B&M. But she, so we got one at home. I got one in my camper. I got one in my van. There's one in Meg's car. So we've got a fair few of them. That's one of my favourite smells, when she sprays that one before I come home.
In case you're a pine guy.
Yeah,
Okay, not a lavender.
No, that's a good smell. That.
Okay. If you wasn't a professional motocross racer, what other profession would you like to have done or attempt?
Sport or
Anything. Could be a brain surgeon if you want.
yeah, I've always said I'd have liked to have been something along the lines of like into property, so like an architect, a builder, like investing in property, something along those lines. Yeah, I would kind of like to do something like that. I'd be no good in an office or anything like that. I wouldn't be very good at that. So I'd probably more say like the builder type of.
I've only done 3 of these up to this point, and it's such a motocross trait.
Is it?
The other two, like Marty Barr and Billy Askew, said it's the same thing. Like, oh no, I can't be an indoor.
No, yeah, I wouldn't be.
I was the same. I thought I was going to be a chef for a while. I didn't like that, and then I became an engineer, and then I thought I am not destined to be stuck indoors. I need to fly. Okay. What was that? That was what question did I just ask you? I can't remember what we got up to.
What about the profession?
Oh yeah. Okay. What about one that you wouldn't like to do, in particular?
This is actually quite a question that comes up quite a lot as well. I have this question a lot.
I need to come round to dinner to your place because you sounds like you have interesting conversations.
We say like what is the worst possible job in the world? Like what would be the worst job? And mine would be I had this conversation with Adam Sterry a lot as well. And mine would be cleaning festival toilets. That's something that I reckon that's the worst job in the world. I reckon that is possibly the worst job in the world.
Because without getting too deep, it's not just what goes on.
No,
down there. It's all other stuff they get.
So that's something I don't like to think about. But that's probably the worst job in the world, and I would not like to do that.
Is it?
No.
I just sort of I just momentarily went there.
That was quite deep, that one. But that is the worst job that I would.
Okay, look, we've spoken about your love of Italian food, but what's an absolute food no-go? What food do you detest?
I'm actually quite good. I'm not a very fussy eater. The one thing I will not eat is olives.
You love Italian, but you don't like
olives. I can't do olives. You've got to keep olives away from me.
Olives are a no-go.
All of these are actually pretty Italian. Olives. Feta cheese and goat's cheese. Them 3. Anything else I will eat.
Okay, right. I'm coming around for dinner, but you're not choosing the starter. Right. Okay. What would you say? A motocross related question. What would you say is the worst part or thing of our sport?
I would say the worst part of the sport is obviously the injuries aren't nice, but other than physical, I would probably say the up and downs mentally, more so the downs. It's a very, very tough sport, and I think it's just like, it's hard, you know. It's the downs that you've got to kind of deal with, and not only that, like inside the motocross world, like if you're top British Championship rider, if you enter GPs, if you do Europeans, you've got a lot of people looking at you, and a lot of people like to have their say on you and your career. And do you know what I mean? And I think that, like, to deal with that is very, very tough, especially like people, like fans are brutal, and they give it to young up and coming kids, and it's like, it's tough. Do you know what I mean? To deal with that is like a 14, 15, 16-year-old
You've
kid.
had it particularly hard.
Yeah.
And I don't mind admitting that. And I've tried to stand up. Actually, only the other week on the live stream, I was saying about that. Keep doing what you're doing, mate, 'cause you're doing it very well.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're nearly home on the first 26 set questions. Okay, relatively deep last two questions. Well, 25 is a pretty tough one. If heaven does exist, right? What would you like God to say to you when you rock up at the gates?
I would like him
preferably not turn around and you get on down to hell.
No, yeah, that's it. I would like him to. I would like to be told that that I have done everything I possibly can.
Yeah.
Of my ability, and that I have made my family proud. That's the one thing for me.
That's the thing, right? I think, yeah, you know, God loves a try and all that.
Yeah.
As long as we always give it 100%, that's the most you can do, isn't it? I like this final question. Who would you like to play you in a movie about your life? If there was a movie about your life, who would you like to be the lead guy? Just move. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's right. No. It's just I'll try and get.
I'd say Kevin Hart again. I'd like it to be Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart or Mark Wahlberg. I kind of like them too. I think that they just like. I mean, I've got to say, you know, obviously in this politically correct world, right? So anybody watching this is going to pull me up. The Kevin Hart thing is a bit of an issue, you know, because obviously they're playing. Yeah, very true. Yeah, that is very true.
Character-wise, I get. So yeah, who was the other one?
Mark Wahlberg.
Right.
Yeah. Mark, that's more like yeah. I just think that like I'm quite
looking to see if you got a bit of Wahlbergs about you.
Yeah, I'd like to. I think that like behind the scenes at home and things like that, and when I'm away from the track, I'm quite like messy around, jokey kind of guy. So I think it would that would suit quite well, I think, and I'd actually quite like to watch it back.
I'd love to see actually like little mini productions of British motocross where we put a little like mirror of somebody, make a little short film using different people pretending to be.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be funny. Not that we'd get him in, but okay. So we go on to this little section where you choose 5, right? There's numbers 1 to 30. This is what I call life choices. They're simple 50-50s. We've done this before back in the day in Moto Magazine, right? You can't sit on the fence. You've got to choose one or the other. Yeah. Okay.
Are we no reason behind it, just saying the answer, or we
a reason? You can give a reason.
Okay.
You can give a reason. Okay, so you're going to choose 5, but you're going to choose them by giving me numbers between 1 to 30. So first number, choose any number you want between 1 to 30. There's 5 of these.
29.
29. Shower or bath?
Shower all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, they are better. Right. Another number between 1 and 30.
2.
R&B or rock?
R&B, definitely. I've never been much of a rock fan.
That's where we completely differ on that. We agree on the food. We're 100% on the food.
Yeah.
But we are poles apart on that. 14. Okay. 14. Oh. Yeah, Billy asked you had this because I actually read him out the wrong question. Ant or deck?
Oh. To be completely honest with you, I don't know which one's which.
Well, explain which one you think is then, and I'll tell you.
Is Deck the smaller one?
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Deck.
Okay.
I think he's a bit of the funnier one.
I think that's what Billy said. That was question 3. Okay, another number between 1 and 30.
20.
Oh, again, this is a question that Billy had, and again, I read out the wrong question because I didn't have them numbered at that point, but this is legit. And I think I know the answer to this, so you'll be in a whole world of trouble. Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
Oh, right
Definitely
answer.
blonde. Yeah.
Right answer. And the final question on life choices, number between 1 to 30.
4.
Sticks or stones?
What? Just generally?
Just generally. You can use it as a beating stick. I don't know. Throw stones at somebody. You can only choose one for the rest of your life to be in your life. Would it be sticks or stones? Give me. It could
Sticks, because I always chuck sticks for my dog.
There you go. Stones damage their
Yeah.
teeth. Yeah.
Sticks.
I'm loving the love of the dash hounds. This is good.
Yeah.
We're going to have loads of dog-related conversations every round now. Okay, we're going to wrap this up with 8 questions, which is called the last word. So here we go. Okay, the last gig you went to, if any, music gig or festival?
Yeah, I've only ever been to one in my life. And actually, I've been to 2, but the last one I went to was, actually, believe it or not, was Stefan Everts when I rode for the team.
Tell me more.
No, but I can't even remember who it was.
So it was somewhere in Belgium, was it?
Yeah, it was somewhere in Belgium and Holland.
It wasn't that big swart crossing.
No. Okay, it's quite a famous band.
Right.
Honestly, I can't even remember who it was. But yeah, me and Stefan took me there.
I'll text Stefan and find out.
Yeah, ask him. It's on tip
because he loves his music, doesn't he? He plays his drums and stuff, doesn't he?
And that was the last one I've ever been to. I went to Glastonbury Festival.
Did you?
When I was
just up the road, aren't you?
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I literally went in for one, because when I was younger,
did you jump the fence?
My favourite people were Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, right.
And my dad took me in for one day to watch them.
Because if you live really close, which you do, sometimes locals get tickets to go in, don't they?
Yeah, believe it or not, if we were the other side of the road, we would have free tickets, but we're the wrong side of the road. Yeah, it's crazy, really.
You need to move.
Yeah.
And then I'll pick you up. I'll have those tickets off you.
Yeah.
Okay, last film you watched?
Hangover Part 3.
Cool, you left that a bit late. Or you've seen it when you watched it?
No, I've seen it, but we rewatched it. Yeah, I rewatched it.
It's good. They're all great. What was the last thing you read? Like either a book, publication, or a notable quote?
Dave's book. Dave's book.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I read that on holiday.
Yeah.
Got sunburnt. I blamed him. I did. I told him so. I got straight into it and literally forgot to obviously lather up because I was bald and ginger. And just got burnt to an absolute crisp, and I blamed him for having such a fascinating book. Okay, last TV show that you watched?
Last TV show
or series, if you binge watch.
Last TV show I watched was it was actually Tipping Point the other afternoon.
Tipping Point.
When I was having my cup of tea and biscuits.
Tipping Point. I'm going to give you a little tip on Tipping Point, a little snippet. You know Jeff Goss, don't you? Brian Goss's son, Jeff?
Yeah.
Mad for Tipping Point.
Is he?
He actually closes the shop early to go and watch Tipping
Point. No way.
It's
actually quite addictive.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a very addictive programme.
I'm not sure if he closes the shop early, but he does close the shop early, and he always seems to watch Tipping Point. What was the last sporting event that you attended, preferably outside of motocross, if you went to any big event?
Last sporting event I went to was... don't go to many of them. Probably a Manchester United game.
Yeah? Man U fan, are you?
Yeah, big Man U fan.
So we differ on that as well. I'm a big rival. I'm a Liverpool fan.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Let's not get into it now.
Day the other day,
no, I knew you were going to... I should have said that. So knew you was going to bring that up, even though we're going to finish above you and all that. But you turn us over in the FA Cup and you do that. Right, let's move on. What was the last country you visited?
The last country I visited was Belgium.
Belgium.
Come back from there a week ago.
You had a bit of physio there, didn't you? I know. See, I keep up the speed.
Yeah, so...
What was the last thing that made you angry?
My injury.
Yeah.
My injury. Last thing that made me angry. Just purely was just one of those things. Weren't really my fault. Didn't make a mistake.
Honestly, mate, it was so freak-like.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, frustrating. And like, just one of those things where I just didn't crash, didn't make a mistakes, and then 10 weeks later, I'm still not back on the bike.
And the annoying thing is, contrary to what everybody said, I know that you really wanted to win that arena cross style. It was you're not just like, because people say arena cross, is it worth it, whatever. It's still a national championship. Obviously you're a professional athlete, so there was good money on the line and all that. So you weren't just doing it for a bit of fun. Because you improved so much. I mean, last year I was impressed with, but like this year you were really dialed in.
Yeah.
So
no, I put a lot of work in for it. I did. Yeah. And like I said, last year I finished second, and one of my biggest things is I hate losing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's a midweek race. Doesn't matter if it's a British Championship or an arena cross. I want to win everything that I do, and I put so much work into that. I literally packed up and went to Spain
mate,
for 2 months.
You were fast. You had the ropes licked.
Yeah.
Hopefully, obviously that's way down the line, but hopefully that's not going to deter you from doing them again, because there's some plans afoot for arena cross, but that's not for me to say. That's the boss man. Right. We'll finish with this then. Question 8. The last thing that you want to say. That could be anything. Anything you want. Anything you want to get off your chest in particular. Anybody you want to thank. Just this is the parting thing before you walk out the vehicle.
Just like to thank the loyal people around me. Just the people that, like, you get people which are there in the good times, and in the bad times they're quick to criticize you. And I think that, like, I don't point the finger at anyone, do you know what I mean? And I understand that people have to have their opinion, and I completely understand that. But at the same time, like, we try, no, and I'm not just talking for me here, I'm talking for even the young kids coming up, because it does affect you, and it does have an impact on your career and how you're doing. And I think that that's for sure one thing that will not help. And yeah, I think that we've got some good talent coming up from the UK at the minute, and I think that every time we go on track we give 100%, and we never want to go out there and not do well. So it's a difficult one, I know, in the sport we're in is very difficult. And I just think that, like, if people were to get behind us a bit more and really support their home riders, I think that it would help out in a lot.
Yeah, I think it's going a bit deeper beyond that as well. It's a bit of a British trait as well, really. We like to build people up, get them on a pedestal, and as soon as they're there, like, pull them down, particularly with social media and stuff like that. So. Yeah,
no, that's it. I just find that, like, when you go to the French GP and things like this, I feel like the fans get behind you so much more in the European countries and in what they do in the UK. And I think that there's big potential coming up in the UK. So I just really hope that our fans and our supporters can get behind us. And your
next generation, man, either way you look at it, the age that you're at, Tommy's potentially his last year, and a few others not riding. Kulas not here anymore. So, mate, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have a great run, dominate British motocross for the next number of years, because you've still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Go back to your dog.
Yeah, we'll do.
No doubt, be jumping all over you in the camper. And have a good one tomorrow. Hope it all goes well. Love to see you get out there and give Hurlings a bit of a dust up.
Yeah, be nice. Yeah, have a good race.
Yeah, thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you very much.
That.
Appreciate
there you go. That's Conrad Mewse. Listen, if you're gonna buy or sell a vehicle, don't forget, give Will a call there. Nice one, Conrad. All the best. Right, we're out of here. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Take care, everybody.